Hi everybody, back with the final unboxing of Zombicide Invaderz, the Kickstarter edition stuff. This is the big expansion of Dark Side with loads more aliens and survivors. So without further ado, let's take a look. I mean, this is the box art, stunning box art as expected from Guillotine Games and Cool Mini or Not. So what do we get in this pack? I'm just picking things up at random here. We got some area effect tokens, quite a few of those. Again, not playing the game, I couldn't tell you exactly what they do. We have another large book with the same artwork as on the front of the box. This is the instructions. Just give you a quick look. This is all the contents that are inside. Quite a lot. I think there's 70 odd miniatures as usual. So you have the usual thing right at the back, a quick summary of how to play and the targeting, with at the back of the book you have the skill set, what it means, and this is the skills here, and you have your missions. Again, there's 10 missions, so it just expands on what you get from the base game. I think these missions are specific to this expansion, but I'm sure you can just mix and match anything you want in there. As usual, this is all the instructions on how to line of sight and all that sort of thing. Again, if you're familiar with Zombicide or any of the Zombicide games, you could pretty much learn this within probably, I'll say realistically, an hour of reading it. You get your tokens, sheet of tokens. Let's just say I have the plastic ones, so I'll be able to replace them with those. Again, really nice design. We have 9 boards, as you do with the base game. So I'll give you a quick look on both sides. Again, this is going to be very brief. But you can see the artwork, as usual, is up to their high standard. Good quality material as well. As you can see, it's quite thick, so it should last quite a while. Should take quite a bit of battering about. Tile number 2. The more you look at these tiles, the more little details and little things you see in each room that you've probably missed before. So obviously when you're playing the game, you don't really take a lot of notice of the artwork, which is good, because if it was really bad, you'd probably notice it. Because it's so good, your eyes don't move away from it. Good old British flag there. Tile number 4. As I mentioned in the previous video, if you've seen it, if not, I mentioned that there's going to be a new Kickstarter coming out within the next 2, 3, 4 weeks time from this company again. It's going to be Zombicide yet again, but it's the original Zombicide updated. They've cleaned up the rules, made the game a lot quicker to play. The sculpts on the figures are a hell of a lot better, because it's quite an old game now. And although the sculpts on those figures were good, because of the techniques nowadays of how they do things, they made them a hell of a lot better. So the poses are different, and the quality and detail in the miniatures are a lot better. And you also have the chance to play as children as well. They have their own abilities. Makes it a little bit easier for them to move away from zombies. And also the targeting system is a bit different as well. Instead of hitting your heroes, your friends as it were, allies, first and then the zombies second, you only hit your heroes if you miss the zombies. So that's just a brief sort of brief bit of information on a new Kickstarter coming up very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If you missed the first Zombicide on Kickstarter, it's ideal for that. and there will be updated cards as well for characters that you've collected over the years for the Zombicide games. I believe they've said it's not every character, but it's the favourite ones that people use, I believe. So anyway, back on to what we're supposed to be seeing here, and this is the last tile. There you go. I'm not going to get these out. I'm not one for showing cards, but you get your equipment cards and the spawning cards. I'll just show you the artwork on them. Very, very nice. I'm more about showing off the miniatures for games rather than the cards. If you want to see these cards, there are plenty of other people out there who've done unboxings that go into really in-depth detail on cards and things like that. So check their videos out rather than mine. Mine's mainly, as I said, focusing on the miniatures and just a basic look of what you get in the game. Here's the normal dice. Obviously with a Kickstarter you get custom dice, but any dice is good enough really. Never have enough dice. Here's your markers that you put on your dashboards, so you know that correspond to the colour of the base of the character that you're using. And speaking of which, here are the bases. Very handy. Then we have, again, you've seen these all before. Here is your dashboard. You get 6 of these, I believe, because there's 6 heroes. Good strong plastic. Place for your equipment and your character card, and here's your experience tracker for when you kill aliens with the already built in, and it clicks as you can hear. Very nice. We'll take a look at the zombie. Oh, I keep saying zombies because it's Zombicide, but it's not, it's aliens. So we'll get the first batch out. There's a hell of a lot of these. So here we go with the first one. As with the original Zombicide game, you get sort of similar things to like walkers, runners, the equivalent of fatties and abominations and all that sort of thing. So these are just the bog standard cannon fodder, as it were. Get loads of different versions of them. Let's take a look at some of the runners. These are what you would class as probably the runners. They have their own name in this game, but I'm going to refer to them as the Zombicide ones. Very similar to the xenomorph on Alien. Just show you another one here, so I'm dropping them all over the place. So you get a couple of different sculpts and that for each. I'll show them all together in a little while. On to the next one. I believe we've seen these similar before. Come on, camera, focus. There we go. Move on to some of the big ones now. Quite a few of these. These are like the fatties, as it were. So I'll just give you a quick look of the first tray. So there's the first tray. A hell of a lot. We'll now move on to the second tray. We've got quite a few of these guys in the second tray. Again, the big guys. And finally, for the aliens, the abomination, which I believe we have seen this before in a previous video that I did of some extras that come with the game. Gonna look pretty good when he's painted. So we'll now move on to the heroes. So we have a sentry gun first. Doesn't rotate. Bit of a shame. It would be nice if it did rotate, but never mind. So that's the sentry gun. I believe we do have another sentry gun in this set. And now onto the heroes themselves. Again, I apologise if I get these wrong with the cards with the heroes. The first one we're going to take a look at, hopefully, is Umkos. This is bios. Now I've got the fun of trying to find the right character. Judging by the face, and he's got a gun up in the air. So I'm assuming it is this guy. Again, really nice detail. No real major flashing problems when it's been taken out of the mould. Next up we have Reese. Looks like it's got a girly face, but it could be a bloke. I would say that's a female. So Reese's character. Looking at the hairline, I would say it's this one. Could be wrong. Next up we have Radka. I think that's the one I've just shown you actually. Yep, that was okay. I've cocked up. That's Radka. That's Reese, sorry. That's the Reese figure. So I'll show you Reese again. That's Reese. Come on, camera, focus. And the one that I just put back in, this is, which I've just shown you, this is Radka. I knew I'd cock it up. But there you go, only human. Next one up we have is Miranda. Hopefully this one should be a bit easier to find because she's got a pistol in her hand. And yeah, I think this is the only one with a pistol in the hand. So this is Miranda. Again, very Space Crusade or the Games Workshop type looking characters. Next up we have Miles. And the Miles figure, he's got the gun going down, so I'm assuming this is Miles. Looks like he's got a tash, so I'd say that's definitely Miles. Got his helmet on his leg there. And finally, we have Drake. The big guy. And here is Drake. Can't mistake him. So I'll just give you a look at that tray. There you go. That's what you get in this tray. And we'll take one look at one last little box that I got. And that'll finish up the Zombicide Invaderz unboxings. Okay, the last little unboxing is some 3D doors. Seen them all before, I guess. Plastic stock. Will need to be painted up. You get different types of doors. Let's just have a look, quick little look. So you can have a look at the detail on the doors. And they do, as you can see, you've got some grey ones as well. So there's quite a few in there. As you can see on here, they will flip open. So a great little addition to the game. So yeah, there you go. Bit of a mess on the bed, but never mind. That is the final video of the Zombicide Invaderz unboxings. I do have loads of other games that I haven't actually shown you guys that I've had for a long time. I've got the Hate game and loads of others, but I will get around eventually to doing them. It's just really I'm pushed for time for doing these sort of videos. But anyway, stick with me if you can. If not, that's fine. But I will be uploading more videos before the end of the year. So until then, as always, thanks for watching. Take care.